What made me choose Time Maid was when I first called, the person that I talked to was very friendly. She was very knowledgeable about all the services that Time Maid offered. It was a much more comprehensive list than I had gotten from some others. And then she set up, for them to come out and take a look and do the initial cleaning. And I really appreciated everything that was offered was done at the house, and it was done very, very well. And the price was very competitive with some of the other companies that I got quotes from. Seriously, like she was leaps and bounds different than others. Because I was calling, like I went on Nextdoor, right? And either Googled it, or maybe or not Googled it, but house cleaning services, or maybe I even put a post, I don't remember. But I went down from what my neighbors were saying. And so I just called, I think I called like 4 companies. And she was leaps and bounds different than the others. And then the team came out, they cleaned, it was exactly what she said it was gonna be. And so I was like, we are done here. After that first cleaning, I was very, very impressed with a few things that your team did that others have not been able to do. I'm not sure why our floors are so tough to clean, but your team has cleaned them better than they have been in the time we've owned this house. So that really stood out to me. There was also a lot of care. We have some, fragile items, whether it's a grand piano or some other things. We have a pinball machine, and the care that the team took to make sure, one, it was cleaned right, but that there weren't scratches, and just really took the time on some of our things very much impressed me, that it wasn't a rushed clean, and they really wanted to get it right. What I love most about your company and your team is that I really appreciate having the same cleaning team for over the 2 years I've been a customer. They are an exceptional cleaning team. They do they're very thorough. They are very, very hard workers. The price has stayed consistent. It's after they leave, I feel really good about how my house looks and feels, and I have no concerns. Or sometimes, a past cleaning company would leave, and then I would notice this didn't get done, and this didn't get done, and this didn't get done, and then I'd have to think about when can I put that into my schedule. And we're very busy people. I do not have any of that with your team. Everything is done very, very well, and I would even think sometimes above and beyond what my expectations are, and I know that I have very high expectations. It definitely makes it better for a number of reasons. The biggest one is I have asthma, so I cannot have any dust in my space, and living in Arizona, I have to be really careful of that. So I appreciate how hard they work to get all of the dust out. It also feels really good that I don't have to spend the 6 hours cleaning it, and so I feel like I got some significant time back in my life, and the house still looks really, really good, and it makes me, the house is clean, so I'm like, when can we invite people over? When can I have the next happy hour? Yeah, so there's a couple things that really stand out to me that Time Maid does. That I've learned in this, over 2 years that I've been a customer here. And one of the things is that you offer the once a year, there's like the oven cleaning or the refrigerator cleaning and organization, and that really stands out to me. I really look forward to it, and again, it's so exceptional, whichever one I've had done. And again, it's helpful to me. It is done very well. There's also some little things that I really appreciate. I really want to have certain products used on certain things. Your team always remembers those things and uses those special rags or uses those special cleaning things. I never have to check. It's always done. And again, with having the consistency of the same team has made this so flawless. That it's very easy to do business with Time Maid. Yeah, so eco-friendly products are very important. It's also, thank you, it's one of the reasons that I was excited to work with you guys. It's important to me, my health, my family, our pets, and I really appreciate not having that heavy chemical smell after the cleaners have been here, and feel like I'm doing something good, not only for our health, but also our environment. So it was a factor in deciding what cleaning company I was gonna go with before I decided to go with Time Maid. One of the things that I really like that the team at Time Maid does is they do some extra things. So we live out here in the desert, and they will let me know if they see any mouse droppings, rodent droppings, things like that. And I do appreciate it because I do want to have a heads up. And I wouldn't normally see that kind of stuff. So I do appreciate that they take the time, notice it, give me a heads up so that I can get the rodent company to come out and take a look at it for us. Oh, they've also let us know when, because we have two separate like heating, cooling, water heaters, and they would let me know like, hey, it's taking a long time to get hot water on this side. I think you need to have it looked at. And I'm like, because I never shower over here, so I wouldn't know. Had it looked at, yep, there was a problem with it. So that kind of stuff, right? I would never expect that from a cleaning company, but I appreciate these guys. Yeah, the impact of having Time Maid come and clean is just huge. It's really important to me that I keep a clean house. Who knows when, somebody's gonna stop by, and I wanna be really comfortable. And again, it frees up that time. So I feel like it gives me the gift of time back, and I have this beautifully well-cared home thanks to Time Maid. Yeah, some of the little details that they do that I notice after the service that I really appreciate. I love the way they'll reorganize the towels, or once they've dusted on something, they reorganize the stuff much better than I would. And so when I walk in, I'm like, oh, those towels look amazing. And then I try to model that. But I still can't get it quite as good as Time Maid. The extra cleanliness of the floors. It's really important to me that we don't have dust and things like that in the house. And so that extra time that they spend on that, they, definitely, fold down the toilet paper with the sticker. They make the flowers for the Kleenex. So it just seems like it's not just a cleaning. Definitely your team is going above and beyond at Time Maid. And I really love the little extra things that I notice after they have left. Using Time Maid really helps manage my time, so I'm not spending a lot of time. I'm also not a professional cleaner, so I am not gonna get it. Even if I spent the same amount of time, I just don't know how to clean at the same level that your team does. And so being able to have that time back. I also, as you can see, like to live pretty clutter-free. I don't like a lot of clutter. And I do appreciate, having a service every 2 weeks to help me manage that clutter, that cleanliness. It just makes me feel, so much better, so much lighter, so much more organized, and I have time for the things that I want with my family and friends and things like that. Yes, I absolutely do think that you live out your values. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to somebody in the office or the owner or the team. I definitely get all of that of, be kind. People are always going above and beyond to make sure that I'm happy with the service, or if I need to reschedule for any reason, definitely that flexibility that I appreciate. My interactions with Time Maid have been very professional. I can, if I have an extra request or anything like that for the cleaning team when they're here, I can, communicate that easily, and they're very accommodating. Again, with the office, same thing, whether it's like a rescheduling or something. We did have a little bit of an accounting hiccup, and I was notified of it. We talked through it, and then I was definitely taken care of. Everything was resolved. So I feel like customer service is definitely a priority, and I've felt it, I've experienced it, and I really appreciate it. There's a couple things that Time Maid does that really helped build trust, and that was from the initial call of hearing about, what the cleaning service was going to entail, to seeing that that's exactly what is done. There was never a bait and switch or anything like that. So at the initial stage, that helped build that trust. And then over these last 2+ years, working with the cleaning team, if there's certain things that I, wanted extra attention to, if it's a guest bedroom or something, if we have, our boys coming home or something like that, I can ask them for some special, can you spend a little extra time in here? They will do it. There's also been times where something broke, and they will always come and tell me. And it wasn't them. I know that tile was already loose, but those kinds of things, I really appreciate that they went above and beyond, and it helped build trust. I also am very comfortable if I can't be here during a clean, I will give them full access to the house. I have no question that they will take very, very good care of things, and that's a really nice peace of mind, that I don't feel like I have to be here and watching and things like that. So there's been a lot of trust built, and I really, really appreciate Time Maid for that. I would definitely recommend Time Maid Cleaning Service. I think the value is very good. I think that the team does a very, very good job. Every time after the cleaning happens and I get the invoice that's paid, I'm like, that is money that was so well spent. And I know it's really hard to find good cleaners, and I've been so impressed with Time Maid, over these last 2+ years, that I can't say enough good things about the company, the team, our cleaning crew. Yes, definitely would highly recommend them. Yeah, I think the communication process is really easy when there's times when I need to maybe reschedule the cleaning or things like that. I reach out to the office, either calling or email, and get, a response very quickly. And so, it makes me feel like the office staff is very attentive. We get it, squared away, and, it's not a problem. So it's been very easy to work with the office staff. Yeah, I think if somebody is on the fence about it, I would really suggest going with Time Maid. Once you see the quality of the cleaning and how great your house looks and how much time it frees up, you will really understand how important it is to have a good cleaning team, and it really helps you be able to do the things in your life that you really want to do, right? No one really wants to clean their house, but we do like to have a clean house. And so having that service and have people come in that are going to do a much better job than I could do anyway, it just makes things so much better. Yeah, I think if there was things that you could add on that would just really kind of blow my mind, I would love if you offered, like window cleaning service, or, once a year, some of those kinds of things, because I have to outsource all of that. So if I could just come to you guys and have, and say, hey, I really need my windows cleaned, next month, and have you help navigate, that would be huge to me. I also just really, I would really appreciate knowing that the team is very, very well taken care of. So, you mentioned about, having roses be delivered or something. I would rather have that money go as a bonus to the team. Because when your cleaning team is happy, it's reflected in the work that they do. So for me, I want to know that these guys are very well taken care of, and that means the world to me.